How's it going, guys? It's time for week 1 of Big Juice Champions League. I'm Josh, your coach of the Swablus here, and we are up against the Queen City Qwilfish. So let's have a look at our team. So if you haven't seen my little recap of the draft and what I've picked up, be sure to check that out. But here we've got Great Tusk, Hydreigon, Tinkaton, Gastrodon, Bolton, Dragapult, Galarian Slowking, Rotom-Heat, Eldegoss, and Sableye. And we are up against the Queen City Qwilfish, which we faced a few times we beat twice last season, because we were in the same division. We had a really nice matchup against Garganacl with a Mirror Herb Great Tusk. I'm going for a little different strategy to get around Garganacl this time. But we've got Iron Valiant, Goodra, former agent of ours. Hisuian Zoroark I'm a little bit worried about, because I don't know what it's gonna... I'm struggling to think of what it's gonna pose as. Crocodile, Mantine, Howitzer, Mega Pidgeot, Hitmonchan, Arctozolt. So, as you can see from the bottom, we're going with Great Tusk today. Dragapult I think is going to do a lot of work. These two are going to do a lot of the offensive work today. Galarian Slowking, Eldegoss, Rotom-Heat, and Bolton. So without further ado, I don't want to talk too much about the sets. It's only week 1. I feel like I'm giving too much away if I go that much into sets. Maybe I'll start doing that later in the season. But I mean, you'll find out some bits about these guys as we go through the games. So, game 1. So he's brought Zoroark, Garganacl, Goodra, Iron Valiant, Mantine, and Crocodile. So let's go. So Great Tusk. Oh, this is a lot fast. We get close combat. Switches out, we switch Bolton in, he gets a roost up. We figure he's probably going to switch out on Bolton. Goes back into Garganacl, and we don't want to deal with Garganacl. Now, here's a little neat trick we do. So, Eldegoss's ability, Cotton Down, is like a better GUI because it works for every attack. So, we've just nullified this Iron Valiant's booster energy, letting us switch very safely to Dragapult. Unfortunately, he goes into Garg, and there's not a huge amount we can do to Garg with Dragapult at the moment. He gets rocks up, we're going to have to switch out again. So we're a little unlucky here, so he brings Protect, just make sure that Salt Cure finishes us off. Bring Great Tusk again. He's not going to stay in the Great Tusk, but we're going to set up rocks with Great Tusk. Going to Galarian Slowking. Take a Scald, no problem at all. The burn is unfortunate, but we're going to set up Future Sight. So Crocodile's the only one that can really resist that Future Sight. But we're just going to keep try to yawn out a Crocodile switch in. We take those special hits easily. Goodra takes the Future Sight, doesn't do a huge amount, unfortunately. But we put Goodra to sleep. Very nice. Switches into Goodra. Yeah, he knows Goodra's down. That GUI is unfortunate, but we take one out. We have to switch out here to Bolton. We just want to threaten this Mantine out as quickly as we can. And we switch out. Admittedly here, I should have gone for a Crunch or another Roar, because I figured it'd probably just switch back into Crocodile. I was just getting a bit too confident there. So that knockoff does quite a lot of damage, unfortunately. He thinks I'm going to switch out here, but we get the defog, get rid of our Stealth Rocks. So that's a Shadow Ball. So this is clearly not Mantine here. I don't think this actually clicked straight away when I was playing. which is why I made this bit of a blunder here. I probably should have just sacked Rotom at this point, because Slowking is as good as gone at that point. But I know I can switch in. That Terra Blast, Iron Valiant is not surviving it anyway, but that crit just guarantees it. The Dragapult is in a very good position. Whether that's actually Crocodile or not, Terra Blast is going to take it out. Only Pokemon that can really deal with Dragapult is Garganacl. Ladies and gentlemen, Choice Band Great Tusk here, doing some work on the Garganacl. I never got to bring that set out last season, so this is new season, new Tusk. Doing bits. That's actually a low roll. There's a good chance that it's meant to kill a max defense. So we get rid of the Garganacl. So from here, it's pretty much game over for him. Dragapult can come in pretty soon. We're gonna let Great Tusk die, no problem. Dragapult at this point. Oh, we're bringing Bolton. That was it. And Bolton's quite easily going to finish us off with Thunder Fangs. So we take game 1, first game of the season, but it's a best of 3. So let's carry on. So he leads Goodra, I lead Slowking. Goes into Crocodile. Now, unluckily for me, that was not actually Crocodile. This was Slowking Galar. This Shadow Ball unfortunately puts Great Tusk out of action for a lot of this game, which is really unfortunate, because actually what I found preparing for this team is I don't have a lot of answers for this Garganacl besides the Great Tusk. So that's going to be really unfortunate for us. We get a nice little paralyze here. I of an 11 Pro. Some unfortunate poisoning on the Goodra. Goes into Garg here. Get some chip into him. But he's probably just going to be able to recover that back up pretty quickly. Get Stealth Rocks. So that time it was actually... Yeah, unfortunately that was actually Crocodile's time. So we realise here that Crocodile is Scar and it's Moxie, which is really not a good position that we want to be in. But we use Cotton Down to get its speed to normal. We get some Leech Seed. Obviously it doesn't take Future Sight attack. And we kind of force it out. Going to Bolton. Do a good amount of chip into Goodra here. And that's a great paralyze for us. But he does switch out into Garganacl, who's going to eat that up very nicely. And get some Rocky Helmet chip on us, unfortunately. Yeah, we just try and wear it down a little bit.
What if I told you that you can use motion array to improve your videos
Sorry,
fast?
my music's gone to
example?
YouTube advert. Rip. Takes a Volt Switch here, it's a bit unfortunate. Get one eventually. So yeah, this game is not looking good for us. I think as soon as I got that much damage on the Great Tusk, it's very hard to play around. I really need to get rid of these rocks. So we do the Rapid Spin here. Otherwise, Great Tusk just has no chance of doing that huge damage we need it to. Yeah, I really struggled actually building my moveset for Dragapult for this match, because I think there would have been some value in having a mixed set. I really needed physical to hit Goodra if it came. a man time. But maybe a special move would have done a little bit more to Garganacl, looking back. Yeah, luckily we can still get rid of rocks. Oh no, that was it. It's Zoroark, so Rapid Spin doesn't affect. Does mean we can switch into Dragapult very nicely. Get rid of this Zoroark. Gets us another kill, but brings in his Scarf Crocodile, unfortunately. So we're gonna get the speed down on it. That's all we can really do. But of course, he comes into Man Team here. I'm not sure why he does that. Sure, he just goes straight into Garganacl, but he gives us a kill, free kill. I'll take that. Help for the difference at the end of the day. Unfortunately, here the Crocodile with the Scarf and with Moxie is just going to finish the game. Unfortunately, that Shadow Ball in turn 2 just really put Great Tusk out of action. Not good for us. Okay, so game 3, fingers crossed. So turn 1, we get a nice little Thunder Wave here. We go straight into Great Tusk. We take a decent chunk with Dragon Pulse. Unfortunately, we probably should have gone for a close combat there. Force out. Unfortunately, get Crocodile out here. So we're going to have to go to Eldegoss. Just lower its speed. Little Great Tusk switch in here. Again though, he's got a lot of this covered. You know, Great Tusk comes in, he can switch to Mantine. Dragapult comes in, he can switch to Garganacl. Just trying to find a way to break through those two together. So we try and force these guys out with Yawn, with Roar. Yeah, so we're a bit risky here. Trying to get away with staying in for that. Yeah, unfortunately it kind of puts Rotom out of action. As soon as it comes in, it's just going to get poisoned to death. We're going to force out this Crocodile. Or are we? Don't remember which one is which now. But again, yeah, he just goes into Garganacl. He's got it covered, unfortunately. So I'm going to go fast, a little faster on this one. Because these pretty long games, though. We're already at nearly at turn 30 here. And no one's died. Yeah, unfortunately, I forgot Yawn just wouldn't even have the drowsy effect on this guy. That was a bit of a blunder on my part. Now that was a nice little Scald there, but unfortunately you're going to have to switch out. He's going to be able to recover it again. We get rid of the rocks. We get crit on that, which was quite nice. But there's not a lot we can do with it, so we have to switch out again. Rotom goes down. We miss a Thunderfang. That was very unfortunate. Okay, so we pick up the kill on Gudra here. Very nice. The Shadow Ball there, unfortunately. So this is clearly Zoroark. Yeah, that was unfortunate. I think we could have taken a knockoff or an Earthquake, but not a Shadow Ball. So that's the thing, like, Hisuian Zoroark, it's not just its offensive stats that are pretty good, it's just the way it can disguise as... I'm not sure how it works in Shodan, actually, because I'm pretty sure he was disguised as Mantine and as Crocodile. Like, does he get to choose who he's going as, or... I have to play around with it to find out, really. So, at this point, I just try and get some Dragon Dances up. I figure if I'm going to get through Garganacl... I mean, Great Tusk is dead at this point, so it's really not a lot that I can do to guard. My only chance is to just really get some Dragon Dances up and just go for as much damage as I can. Only problem being is he's got Protect, he's got... So that does quite a lot, but he can recover it back, and ultimately Salt Cure is going to wear me out here. So at this point, there's no way I can get out of this. My 2 offensive powers are gone. And Crocodile is just going to come in and clean house, unfortunately. Oh no. That was it. He switches to Mantine. I'm not sure why. I couldn't have hurt him. So he's just given me another kill. I'm not complaining. That helps with the difference. But that Zoroark with the Shadow Ball takes our first game of the season. So unfortunately, we're 1 down going into at the end of week 1. So Great Tusk got 3 kills and 3 deaths. Rotom Heat just 2 deaths, no kills. Bolton got 3 kills and 2 deaths. Eldegoss got 1 kill for us. That was pretty neat. And 3 deaths. Dragapult being our biggest killer so far. 4 kills and 2 deaths. Not quite the start we had last season. Iron Moth got something like 8 or 9 kills in our first game. But you know what? That was a really tough matchup. That was really well played for JC. Yeah, really well played. So I'm just trying to stay positive about it. Obviously, I don't want that to get me down for our next match against the Terraformers. Let's have a quick look at the other matches that happened last night. So we had the Manchester Missing Note versus the SC Slitherwing. So our boy Noah took that for Ridgerath, getting 6 kills and 1 death with a little store power sweep in game 2. Just really turned the tide around. We're all in the group in the voice chat. Almost thought that Noah had just lost this by game 2, but he really pulled that out of the bag. Mega Latias doing great as well. So that's JC getting 4 kills with the Zoroark, 5 kills on us with the Crocodile. And then we had Preston versus Biff. There was a little bit of a controversy here. I think Biff accidentally had 2 leftovers, which cost him game 2 once we noticed. So it really came down. That game 3 really came down to the wire, to the very last. Toxapex versus Gallade. So that very little mistake nearly cost Biff this match, because he was about to win game 2 and we all noticed. So Toxapex got 4 kills. That is crazy. But if we look at the top of Toxapex's, Gengar's got 5 kills and 1 death. Mega Gallade getting 5 kills and no deaths. Rhydon putting in some damage. It's going to be a really competitive division, I think. The 4 of us here. 3 of us have already played. So, on that note, we're going to leave it for this week. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.